Hey y'all, Jenny McKenzie. This time I am 37 weeks pregnant. I know it's been a little while, apologize for that, been a little tired, been a little busy. So this is a workout I put together and I'm calling it Plyo for Preggos, because I wanted to be able to show you that at 37 weeks pregnant, you can still do low impact plyometric workout. That's really gonna help increase the oxygen flow in your blood, it's gonna increase circulation. And at this point, you should be feeling a lot of, the baby's everywhere. So they're pushing up on your diaphragm, it's making it hard to breathe. And if you do workouts like this, that's gonna get your heart rate up there a little bit without, not dangerously, and increase that oxygen in your blood flow. You're actually gonna feel better, and you'll find that maybe you're even able to breathe a little bit easier. And it's really helpful. So the name might be corny, but the workout's good and it's good for you. So stick with me, and I wanna show you at 37 weeks pregnant, you can still do a low impact plyometric workout that's really effective and will actually help you feel better at this stage of pregnancy. So hope y'all enjoy. I need a set of light and medium weights. My light weights, I'm using 2 5-pounds, and for my medium, it's gonna be for the chest work, so I have an 8-pound ball. Or if you can handle it, you can just double up on your light weights, put them both right there, and do the workout that way. By adding weights, you're gonna reduce the impact of the plyometric workout. But the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with a warm-up. So you're just gonna jog in place. If you can, I'm feeling pretty good right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and jog. If not, just maybe do a high knees jog, or just kind of run in place, like this. Okay, so you're gonna do the high knee jog. All right, hang on, kicks, just this is just the start of the warm-up to kind of get your blood flowing. Since we are using weights, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to roll your shoulders. We're gonna do 7 times forward and 7 times backwards. And I really want you to get that full range of motion. So just make sure you're really concentrating on those good circles on your shoulders. And now I want you to swing your arms, because I want to make sure we're all warmed up. Every part of our body that we're going to use, especially during pregnancy, is important. So now I want to do some shoulder rolls back. All right, that should be a good warm up for your shoulders. Now what I want you to do is I kind of want to get, put your feet wider than hip width apart, and I just kind of want you to sway from side to side. And I want you to sink back into your heels, and I want you to just go side to side. And you're gonna feel this in your hamstring and behind your knee. But it's really just gonna warm up the legs. Because like I said, we're doing low impact plyo, but it's still plyo. Sorry, my timer again, I'm sorry. All right, so again, weight in the heels and just kind of keep rocking from side to side. We're gonna stay here for a hot minute because I really wanna make sure this part is warmed up. All right, so now since we're gonna be doing jumping lunges, I want you to step forward into a lunge, and I want you to turn to the side and come back up. Step forward with the other leg, turn to the side, face center, come back up. I want to turn to the side so you can see it. So now I'm stepping forward with my right side, turning towards my right, coming back, coming up. And again, you don't want to twist too much, because you don't want to, constrain the flow of blood. You don't want to constrain the baby in your diaphragm, or in your uterus. I don't know what I'm saying. Now what I want you to do is I want you to do cross-body toe taps. Again, at this stage in pregnancy, I cannot reach my toes. I've got too much of an obstruction there. But just come as close as you can. This is also going to help with your balance. To touching your opposite toe with your opposite hand. Okay? All right, so for your first exercise is a modified squat jump. I want your feet to be hip width apart. You're just gonna squat down with the weights, keeping your weight in your heels and your booty. Instead of jumping, you're just gonna come up on your toes. And I want you to do this as quickly as you can. As quickly as I still want it to be comfortable, but I want your blood to be flowing, I want your heart to be pumping, but I want you to be able to maintain, a conversation. Here, I'm gonna turn to the side. Here, my feet hip width apart. Weight is in my heels, and I'm trying to sink my weight back in my booty as much as I can. If you can do a little jump, go ahead if you're feeling good. You want to do a little jump. But if not, I really just want you to squat down and come up onto your toes. Squat down, come up on your toes. Now we're going to rest. Wait, what does my timer say? Yeah, we're going to get about 20-second rest in between each thing. While you are resting, I'm going to show you the next exercise. It's going to be, you're going to lunge forward, come back, kind of what we did in the warm-up. It's just going to be with weights. And instead of a jumping switch lunge, you're just going to step. So it's going to be a step lunge, and then you come back. Step lunge, and you come back. And it's all going to be on the same side, because we're going to come back to the squat jumps. And then so I'm using my right leg forward right now. What you could also do if you want to modify the jump is do a lunge, come up on your toes. Lunge, come up on your toes. Come up on your toes. Come up on your toes. We're here for 30 seconds. Actually, let's do this instead. I kind of changed my mind mid-workout because you're going to feel the burn in that back left quad. All right, take a break. I want to give you adequate rest because this is modified plyometrics. So I really want to give you ample rest in between each exercise. Let me see that. So you've got about 10 seconds left, and what you're just going to do is you're going to switch legs. So I'm starting with my right leg forward. So I'm going to put my left leg forward now. I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to do a lunge, jump, lunge. But instead of a jump, we're just coming up onto our toes, okay? So you're keeping your body centered. We started, by the way. Sorry. You're gonna lunge, come up on your toes. So you're gonna drop that back right knee and come back up onto your toes. And again, I'm using 2 5-pound weights. So drop that weight in the back right knee. Your quads should really be burning. The working leg is gonna be this back leg. I'll even come to the side so you can see what it looks like on the side. We're just dropping, coming up on the toes. Dropping, coming up on the toes. All right, it's time for a rest. I kind of want to say this next. We got 20 seconds. And we're coming back and we're doing those squat jumps again. We're just going to do that whole series again. So what you need to do, grab a drink of water. I should really have a glass of water beside me. But we're going back to those squat jumps. You're feeling good, do a squat and a little bit of a jump. I don't want you jumping too high again because this is weighted. And we're doing plyometrics. So we're going to start now. Squat, come up on the toes. Squat, come up on the toes. If you want to, do a little jump. But what I want you to do is pause at the top. So you're going to squat, you're going to come here, and then you're going to jump. I don't want it to be as fluid. I want you to stop and notice. And once you're up here at the top, contract and then jump. All right? Again, feet hip width apart. Take a break. Sorry, I'm kind of getting out of breath too. Feet hip width apart, weight in the heels and the booty. You always, especially when you're pregnant, you want to maintain good form. That's why you're going to prevent injury. And it's just you're going to get a better workout. All right, we're about to start the lunge sequence. So put that right leg forward. All right, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. I just want you to drop that back left knee, come up onto the toes, or as much onto the toes as you can. Okay, contracting your pelvic floor the entire time. That'll prevent any accidents, and also strengthen the pelvic floor, which is super important now. You want that pelvic floor as strong as it can possibly be for labor, because you're pretty close right about now. In fact, with my daughter, I delivered her at 37 weeks, so we'll see. All right, and if you need to, shake it out at any time. Just kind of shake the legs. We're taking our rest now. Swing them from side to side. Bring them up, feel the stretch in the quad especially. Rest up here for a little bit, catch your breath, grab a drink of water. Again, I'm giving you ample rest because this is plyometrics and we're also 37 weeks pregnant. So you're gonna have about a 20-second rest in between each exercise, which as you can see is ample. All right, I put my right leg forward last time, so I'm gonna start with my left. And we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Remember, good form, keep your body weight centered. Drop that back quad, come up onto the toes. Come up onto the toes. You're doing a great job. Especially doing plyometrics at 37 weeks pregnant. Come on now. You should be really proud of yourself. All right, I'm gonna use side view. Drop the knee, come up onto the toes. Drop the knee, onto the toes. The knee, onto the toes. Onto the toes. I'm not gonna tell you how many seconds you have left, because well, you're done, and I don't like that. So in the comments, if you like it, let me know. Maybe in future videos, I can tell you how much longer you have left. But I'm gonna put the weights down, because we have a bit of a longer rest. I want to give myself a breather. And we're going to start our next sequence. This one I'm going to incorporate a little bit of balance. You're going to start off with a one-legged squat raise. If you can't do it, again, just tap the foot. Keep the foot tapped. But I really want to try to increase your body balance awareness. So you're going to pick up those 2 light weights. I'm going to come onto my right foot, and I'm going to squat, come up onto my toes. It's a very deliberate movement. It's very slow. I kind of like modifying. So come down as low as you can, come up onto the toes. Because in a way, it causes you to not be lazy, and you go back to good fundamentals, right? So here you go as low as you can, as high as you can. It's a very deliberate movement. I don't want you jumping here, because you could fall. And this is what I said about the tap. So if you need to, just when you come down, tap the foot, come up. If you need to tap the foot, you can do that there too. Down, up, raise. And it's really gonna work your calf too. You may not know it, but it's gonna work your calf really well. I'm gonna kind of get the blood flowing down there too. All right, so I start with my right foot. I'm gonna do my left foot now. So come onto your left foot, come down into that squat, come up, again, very deliberate movement, raise on your toes. Down as low as you're able. Good fundamentals. Keep the weight in your heels as much as you can. Come down as low as you can. Again, you've got a lot of obstruction, so don't feel bad if you can't, go as low as you normally do. Again, tap the foot if you need to. See, at this point, even I need to tap my foot a little bit. But you're still achieving better body balance. The more you focus on it and the more you try. All right, we've done those 2 sides. Now I want you to take a bit of breather. I'm gonna keep this weight centered. So I'm gonna pick up the 8-pound ball. But if you want to, if you're using like 2 3-pound balls or weights or 2 4-pound weights, just go ahead and double them up. 10 pounds is a bit too much for me for this next exercise we're gonna do. But, so this is going back to, if you've seen my previous videos, you know I love bar. So we're going to do do 2 different kinds of plie squats. So one, I want your heels together. We're starting. You're gonna squat. Then you're gonna step out, and you're gonna do a wide sumo squat. Bring your left into your right. Squat plie. Bring your left, so you're kind of switching sides every time. So now I'm bringing my right foot to my left, and now I'm stepping my right foot out, bringing my left in. Now I'm bringing my left out, and bringing my right in. Again, you see how I like to use the ball too because it keeps the weight centered. Now we've got a bit of a break, and we're going back to that one-legged squat calf raise. I would call it a one-legged jump, but we are not jumping. We're not jumping on one foot 37 weeks pregnant. Not even how to do that. So again, I like to start on my right foot. Just remember which foot you start on. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Again, go as low as you're able. Come up onto the heel, raise the calf. Go down, come up onto the heel, raise the calf. I'm gonna give you a side view. Go down as far as you're able, come up, raise onto the calf. Tap the foot if you need to. Come up, raise onto the calf. Turn and face you now, and keep a little tap the whole way. Tap, again, and you're not really supporting your weight with that left foot, you're just tapping it. All right, we're done with that one, shake it out. Make sure you shake your feet out here. You maybe do a couple foot rotations because you're gonna feel this in your calf tomorrow, I promise. If not later today. All right, so I did my right foot that time. I'm gonna start with my left foot, and just kind of I wanna get the feel of how this is gonna feel on one foot. We're not starting quite yet. All right, we're starting now. Goes down as low as you're able, come up, calf raise. Go down as low as you're able, come up, calf raise. And what I mean by a calf raise is to come up on your toe. So you're gonna go down as far as you can, come up, make sure you're flat-footed and you have your balance, raise that calf. The weights, you're really gonna feel your calves working with this added weight. Whoop, lost my balance. See, it happens. Happens to us all. All right, so we are done with those shenanigans. Once you put your weights down, pick up your medium weight, your 8-pound ball, 6 pounds, or your doubled up weights, and we're gonna do the 2 different plie dummy squats. So, and it's not a jump, it's just a step. So it's kind of a narrow squat, and you're gonna step out and you're gonna do a sumo squat. And keep the weight at your chest. It's gonna help you keep your weight back and keep good form for both of your squats. Remember, contract your pelvic floor, contract the glutes the entire time. The more muscles, the more muscles you engage, the harder you're working, even though you may not know it. And the more it makes the time pass by, because you're concentrating on other things other than how many more reps, how many more seconds. So again, I'm concentrating on engaging my pelvic floor. I'm keeping my glutes engaged the entire time. Engage means kind of tight. Ooh, I forgot to squat there. Sorry, y'all, I gypped you. All right, taking a break. This one's a bit of a longer break. It's a 30-second break, so make sure you grab some water. Make sure you stretch out what needs stretching. I'm feeling this in my quads a little bit, so I'm gonna stretch those out. And my hamstrings, to be honest, and my calves, if you can reach for your toe, grab them like this. This is gonna stretch all the way down the back of your leg. Just kind of stick your booty out. It's gonna stretch all the way down there. Maybe swing your legs. Okay, so this next exercise, it is a burpee. Well, we're not gonna do jumping and we're not gonna, push back down real hard in the press. So I just want you to kind of squat down. I want you to take those feet back, bring them up. I want you to tap the opposite knee. We're starting. So I want you to come down, slow and controlled, take the legs back, come up, slap the knees. Down, take the legs back, bring them in, come up, tap the knee. Just 3. So again, I want it to be slow and controlled movements. And I really want you to be aware of what you're doing deliberately. All right, so pick up the weights again. And this time we're just gonna step into a square. So usually it's a jump. You jump forward into a square, but we're just gonna step, but we're gonna keep a demi squat the entire time. So that you're really engaging the quads the entire time. See, weighted plyometrics, while you're pregnant, it can still be low impact. So I want you to step forward, step to the side, step back, step to the left, and I'll switch it up. Maybe we'll do a diagonal. We started, by the way, I'm sorry. Diagonal, diagonal, it's lateral. I want you to step right, go to the diagonal top of the corner, keeping that demi squat the entire time. Or, I'm just messing with you. If you want, just maintain that square. That's fine too. I probably watched too many Tony Horton workout videos. He kind of likes to switch it up. All right, we're done. We're gonna take a bit of a rest. We're going back to that burpee. So drop your weights. And again, you're not jumping back, you're not jumping forward. And if you feel too uncomfortable in that plank, you can always go into a demi squat, put one leg back, come up, touch the opposite legs. Then switch legs, back, up, kind of stand up, touch the opposite leg. I feel comfortable in the plank, I feel comfortable with my core strength. So I'm gonna stick with the burpee, we're starting. So I place both hands flat on the mat, come back, come up, I tap, back, come up. And then you'll notice I'm not in the plank for very long. So I'm not, and I'm pretty confident in the core strength. I did it when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I didn't have any diastasis recti, so I'm comfortable doing it. So again, if you're not, another important thing, we're done with that one. Do not tense your hands, especially now, because it's tempting. It's a lot easier, but you're gonna put a lot of pressure on your fingers there, and it'll hurt later, I promise. I did Sean T's Gamma T25, and I got lazy and I did that. I was not pregnant and killed my hands. All right, we're doing the little square demi squat walk. So get in your demi squat, step forward. I'm just gonna keep with the square this time. I won't pull a Tony Horton on you and mess with you. So keep walking, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side. Again, and by keeping this demi squat the entire time, you're keeping your muscles under tension. And it's a low impact way to get in a great plyometric workout. All right, put your weights down. I really should have a towel handy because I am sweating. I mean, luckily I'm not like dripping all over the mat, but I'm sweating. You could use some water. All right, so you're in the middle of your rest now. So now what we're gonna do is, do you remember skaters? So it's when you start like this and you jump from side. Usually they're not weighted, but I think they've been in every video since Jane Fonda's made videos. But you're just gonna jump from side to side. So I'm gonna start, put your weight on your left foot, put your right foot behind it, put your weight by your knee, and just step. If you feel good and you wanna do a light jump, you can. And I mean a light jump. We're not skating all over the place here. And make sure you're bringing that elbow back, very deliberate, and you're very slowly and controlled, putting that weight at the shin. All right. All right, we're gonna take a break. Catch your breath, grab a drink of water if you need to. Oh gosh, we've got a bit of a break. All right, so for our next exercise, sorry, I needed a bit of a breather there. It's just gonna be a demi squat calf raise. You know how we kept the demi squat for the square this time? We're just gonna do a demi squat calf raise. So just go down and come up. Go down and come up. Again, but I want it to be very segmented, very deliberate, so you can concentrate on good form, because that's really important for us right now. So I want you to think when you're going down, weight in the heels, booty back. Come back to where you're flat-footed. Deliberately raise the calves, okay? And down and up. Booty back, weight in the heels. Come back sure-footed, come up onto the toes, okay? I want you to deliberately think about each step. All right, we're done with that, and now we're gonna do one more round of the skaters, and come back and do the, demi squat calf raises. Just kind of shake it out. You've got a little bit of while here. All right, let's go ahead and set up for our weighted skaters. I like to start on my left foot. I'll put my right foot behind, take my elbow back, step side to side, step side to side. And again, we're not doing this real fast. Again, this is a weighted plyometric workout for pregnancy. So we are not trying to go super fast. We're not trying to get our heart rate racing. You should really feel this on your gluteus medius too, the outside of your glute, which is probably a muscle you've neglected for a long time. I know I have, because I can feel it now. Again, you'll notice I'm not doing any jump. I'm just stepping from side to side. Last one. Come back, take a breather before we go into those demi squat calf raises. All right. I'm breathing hard, y'all should be too, but you should be feeling good about yourselves. All right. I'm getting better with my timer. Hopefully I'm not glancing at it as much this time. All right, kind of shake it out. All right, so I'm actually going to give you a side view. We're going to go ahead and start. Feet hip width apart. Once you go down, come up, calf raise. Go down, come up, calf raise. Go down, come up, calf raise. Down, up. Oh, there we go. Now I'm dripping around. Face forward now. Feet hip width apart. Booty back, weight in the heels. Come up, calf raise. Booty back, weight in the heels. Come up and do a calf raise. All right, you're doing great. This is a tough workout. I mean, I'm really sweating, and I'm in an air-conditioned room. All right, that was the end of that one. We are going to drop our weights. We're going to take a 20-second break here. And this one, we're not gonna grab our weights again. You can if you want to, if you're feeling really great, but on I'm not going to grab my weights for this. Maybe I will in the middle just to show you how, All right, so this is gonna test your balance too. I want you to stand here. We're just gonna work the obliques, all right? So you're just gonna crunch in here. Again, keep your pelvic floor engaged and just do the range of motion that you are comfortable with, all right? And if you don't wanna tap, you don't have to tap. I just do that for a modification. If you don't wanna tap the entire time, that's obviously gonna work more muscles. You're gonna feel it more in your leg, but if you need to tap to regain that balance, go ahead and do it, especially at the beginning. All right, and you are done. Whew. All right, so if you wanted to grab a weight there, you could, but I wouldn't recommend 5 pounds. I would recommend maybe an ankle weight or something like that. So I just didn't grab the weight. All right, so now you're gonna grab your medium weight. So I'm gonna grab my ball. You're gonna keep it at your chest, and we're gonna do another kind of, it's gonna be a side squat bicep curl. So you're just gonna it's kind of like a frog jump, you see? So you're not doing the squat in the middle like we did before with the plie squats. You're just doing a sumo, but you're kind of adding a bicep curl in there. This one I actually probably could have doubled up those weights because this is feeling light to me now. You know what? I think I may have accidentally grabbed my 6-pound ball. No wonder this is light. Oh well, I meant to go. We all make mistakes. It happens, but you get the idea. Down and up. And again, if you need to slow it down at any time, go ahead. If you need to shake it out at any time, go ahead. We are done there. And so now we're gonna come back and we're gonna do oblique knee pull on the other side. And then we're gonna do one more iteration. I need a towel. Of the side squat bicep curls. All right, so I started on my left leg last time. I'm gonna put the weight on my right. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my knee as close to my elbow as I can. See, I needed to tap there. Only do the range of motion that you're comfortable with. If you are not comfortable in that pelvic floor, just you could even do this. Like I said, it's whatever range of motion you are comfortable with. You're working on your balance, you're working on that leg strength, and you're working on your obliques, which is still important when you're pregnant. Any kind of core strength is important. Any kind of strength, anything that gets the oxygen in your blood flow going. All right, take a break. Maybe just try to keep a slight movement going at this point. Maybe step side to side, do a step tap. Maybe swing the legs, stretch something out. All right, we're gonna go ahead and grab our weight. Yeah, this definitely says 6 pounds. Sorry, y'all. I did not mean to do that. I don't know how it happened. All right, so you're gonna step to the side, bicep curl, come in. Bicep curl, come in. Bicep curl, come in. Actually, I am. Since this isn't 8 pounds, I feel like I'm cheating you. So I am gonna go ahead and just double up on the weights here. And I'm gonna do a bicep curl, sides or sumo squat. Obviously, I can't keep these centered because I've got the 2 weights right here. But it's definitely a little more challenging. I'm glad I did it. All right, and again, this is really important. Keep that pelvic floor engaged the entire time. All right, you don't wanna feel any discomfort down there. We're finished with that iteration. You don't wanna feel any discomfort. When you do squat, engage the whole pelvic floor. And that's like do a really strong kegel. Keep everything in there, strengthen that pelvic floor. All right, we're gonna take a bit of a rest. And so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna drop our weights. And what I want you to do, this is the very last exercise. We're gonna do it twice, but it's the last one, and then you're done. So great job, you made it all the way through. I purposely didn't give you any time cues because I wanted to see how this one would go. It helps me to not have the time cues, to be perfectly honest. All right, so what you're gonna do, we're starting, you're gonna squat, cross over, and do a lunge. You're gonna squat, cross over, do a lunge. Just like that, squat. Nice easy pace, kind of brings you down to a pull down, but still definitely works those legs. Squat, cross over, do a lunge, and squat, come up, cross over. Again, I want this to be very deliberate too. So I want you to consciously think, weight in the heels, booty back, come all the way up, cross over to where you feel comfortable, do a lunge. Come up, come back to center. Very deliberate. I do not want you to disorient yourself. This is kind of our cool down move, but I still want to keep all of those leg muscles engaged. Lunge, come back to center. Do your squat, come back up, cross over to the point where you feel comfortable. Do a lunge, come back to center. All right, we're done with the first round of that. And I just want you to come here. I want you to shake it out. And I think actually, okay, in my head we're gonna do two, but I think we're just doing one. I have one written down. So we're just gonna cool down now. I want you to take a few deep breaths. Squat. Bring the arms around. Squat. Open up the chest. Bring the arms down. I want you to cross over. Stretch out those arms. Bring your arms behind your back. Stretch out the chest. Really open up the chest. Bring them around to the front. Stretch out the back. Face forward. I want you to stretch out the quads. You should be feeling really good. The oxygen in your blood should be circulating. You should be breathing a little heavy, but still able to carry on a conversation. I want you to swing your right foot out in front of you. Just a gentle swing. I want you to swing your left foot out in front of you. Gentle swing. Now what I want you to do is come up onto your right heel. Stick your booty back, reach down. If you can touch your toes at this point, more power to you. I'm way too obstructed. In a good way, all right? Switch over to your left side. Should feel so good down the back of your leg. All right, now if you're able, I want you to bring your right foot on top of your left knee. I want you to sink back. I want you to sit as much as you're able so you can really stretch out those glutes. Stay here for a few seconds. Come back up. Put that left foot on that right knee. Sink back, and you're gonna feel this all on your gluteus maximus, gluteus medius, down the outside of your IT band, your hip flexors, all that good stuff. This is a great stretch, and it's good for your body balance. I'll go to the side so you can see. Again, only sink back as far as you're able, and if this is too much of a balance challenge, just kind of go into a chair or grab the wall and just pick that right foot up. Pick that left foot up. I'm gonna do it because it feels so good. You'll actually get a better quad stretch this way too. All right, and you are done. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you figured out that you can still get in a great plyometric workout 37 weeks pregnant. Good luck on the rest of your pregnancy, and I wish you all well. Thank you.